Okay, you guys, the phone just cut off of Virgo, so that was so weird, but it said that I had no more space. That never really happens. I download like the same thing. So I guess I'm not supposed to be talking about it, but you guys already know the story, between these two associates of mine. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if that's like a thing with you guys here. I don't really know, but I'm feeling like quite like queasy to my stomach, a little bit sensitive to my stomach here. Um, you know, I guess because for me personally, like the way how I just did, like the way how I go through life with my feelings. I guess I'm supposed to talk about this, but the way how I go through life with my feelings is like, when I really like somebody, like I guess this is everybody, but it's like when I really like somebody, like I get emotionally attached. So, but I'm mostly hurt. I'm not really mostly hurt by my ex boyfriend. I'm mostly hurt by this ex best friend. And I think I'm mostly upset because I can't touch the bitch, So, like and that's just not me because I trusted you and I'm very hands on. I really trust. Okay, like I really and someone who likes to trust. When I put my trust in you and I trust you with everything. So for you to break that trust, it's like I'm not dealing with you. I don't even deal with my sisters like that. I don't even deal with the people, my friends. I don't. You guys can make it up. You guys can. You think about it. You name it. I'm not there anymore. Okay, I don't even deal with the person that I used to talk to anymore because I found out some things about her and I was like, yo, you really gonna do some shit like that? And I just told you I went through something with like my ex best friend about that, and you want to do that, and you want to be like, oh, what are you talking about? You want to act like you don't know what you're like. You don't know what I'm talking about. So therefore, I'm gonna cut you off. Now she told me some stuff too, and I was like, "What are you trying to say?" Like, all right, cool. I'm like, I know you won't do some stuff like that to me, right? Because, like, I'm like, you're not gonna do some stuff like that. This is what I'm saying. Like, there needs to be like, there needs to be like, there needs to be like you know justice for that because it's not okay to do. And I also feel like his mom, my ex-boyfriend's mom, she likes that, she's okay with that. And I feel like you guys are like, it's okay, that's not your problem anymore, but I'm like, it is a problem when you came for me, when you pronged the law on me. It's a problem, and then you got away with that. And it's like, I feel like that's the United States saying that we condone that attitude. We condone things like that. We condone racial stuff. We condone discrimination. We condone all that stuff. It doesn't matter how clean you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We condone that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I take it. And that's why I'm like, I don't like America. I was born in America, but it's like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like that. It's like non-stop with these people here. And it's like, okay, well, I guess it's a compliment because they're jealous and they're envious, but I'm like, I don't care if you're jealous or envious. Like, that's that type of stuff where it's like, you need to, like, you could be envious, you could be jealous emotionally, but when you really go after somebody, like, that's a problem. That's a problem there, buddy. Because it's like, you're not coming after. This is not like, now it's gonna be to the point where you're making people lose their jobs. Like, they're homeless now. They're on the street. They gotta go to the shelter. They gotta go, and it's like all that for just this. Like, you really have no weight, and then you want to be like, okay, now I'm pregnant by him. Oh, now we're married. Oh, his mom likes me now. I'm not jealous or envious, but it's like, if you had that type of feelings, like, you should have said that from the get go. Like, you should have said that from the jump. You want to be like a little dude, because his mom, I don't say that she's a mom, bro. Like, the things that I hear, I'm like, that's not a mom, bro. Like, for real. Like, you don't do stuff, especially with that. Like it just don't make any sense to me, bro. So I mean, I'm gonna say whatever I want to say because you came from my record, bro, for real. And I ain't doing not a goddamn thing wrong. You really came from my record. And I'm like, I'm telling you, like, what this nigga, I'm telling you what he just did, bro. And you don't care. You don't even care that I got harassed when he wasn't even there. You and your mother just sit there and be like, okay, what do you want me to do? I got almost raped, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you just stood there. I'm just like, all right, cool, that's right, that's fine, that's fine with me. And that nigga, he just like, oh, I don't really care. I just want her. I don't want to see her anymore. I'm like, bro, like, you gotta stop, bro, cause you moving like you. This is, you gotta stop. This is the wrong one, honey. Like, you gotta really stop, bro. You and this whole family, you and your cousin, all that, you gotta just stop that. Cause I'm like, when you do it to the other chicks that like cheating and like taking people's men or getting pregnant by people and stuff like that, that's really how they move, bro. Like, that was really around these females like this, bro. It's not cool. And I'm like, I'm not a hitter. I don't do that. I just walk away. I don't do that. You can ask anybody in their money. I just walk away. Anybody in their money. I just walk away. Like, nobody got time for that, bro. I don't do that, bro, for real. But the fact that the mother condoned that, bro, I would never forget that day. I brought her to the family event. They walked out the car. They came out the car together. The mother, she was bonding, like, okay, like, you know, we both Caucasian, like, you know, we good, like, and I'm like, yo, you don't even do that with me, bro. Like, you don't even, like, and I'm not jealous and stuff, like, I'm telling you guys, I know y'all haven't met, is rare, but I don't get, like, if y'all meet me in real life, I don't roll that way. Like, my face would be like that, but it's like I feel it a little bit, but it's like I don't act on that. I'm like, it is what it is. Like, you know, at the end of the day, there's so many fishes in the sea, and if they wasn't, then you always find a way. If there's a will, there's a way. If I'm still living, there's a way. I walk the walk and talk the talk. Like, that's it. That is what it is with me. That's it. I don't do all that stuff, because when you all jealous and you do, that's confusion for me. I don't like that. I don't like that. I swear to my friend, I swear to God, bro. I don't like that, bro. I'm confused. You should have saw me when I was with my ex best friend, bro. Like, she was dead playing mind games with me. I felt so confused, and my ex boyfriend, bro. And I'm like, I'm not getting it. Like, what's going on? Am I doing something wrong, bro? I'm telling you, bro. If y'all know the story, like, I talked to everybody when I was in college. I went to college with him too. I went to college with him. I talked to everybody, bro. The people that I knew. And I was like, yo, I told him the situation. I said, yo, this is what's going on with my ex-best friend and my ex-boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? At the time, saying, like, you know, it's my best friend and my boyfriend. Like, you know, could it be, like, is it me? Is I'm jealous? And the last person that I talked to, bro, she said, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. But she had that face like, I don't know, honey, because that seemed like that's a little obvious. That's a little off. Like, she couldn't even believe that was his attitude towards me. She was like, when y'all with each other, because, you know, when we with each other, like, we're very loving and caring, you know, and people get relationships and they're like, oh, I want to be like you guys, you know, and I'm like, that's good, you know, we like that, like, you know, we're cool, we're loving, we're all about spreading love and positivity. But when I started telling this shit, the last person, I would never forget her face. She was such a good person, you know. She was such a good person. She has kids right now. She had twins. Amazing person. At least at the time when I was with her, you know. And, you know, I would never forget her face. She just stood we was in a lobby, and she just sat there, and she was like, wow, like, I can't. She said, I don't know. She said the right thing too. I felt like she did, you know, because I feel like it was one of those things, like, read between the lines, what I'm saying, they like each other, man. Like, he don't like you. Like, he really like that white girl, you know what I'm saying? No shade, but it's like, he really like that white girl, I'm telling you. And she just, like, she said the right thing. She said, I don't know, but you got to talk to him. I don't know. And she said my name. She said, I don't know, you know, like, you know, let's just say my name, you know, like, she said, I don't know. And I said, I mean, I don't know, man. I was sitting there, I was like, I don't know, man, because I was like, I don't know if I should leave or should I stay. Like, I really like the guy, but it's like, if you really like her, but if I don't see no signs of him, like, you know, it's all like these squeakily, like, feelings in my stomach. And I was like, I don't feel this way, and I'm not jealous, I'm not envious. Like, okay, they work together, but it's like, why does it feel like that so much? You know, like, and it's like, maybe they were doing something, maybe they were feeling some way, and they were, like, doing some shit, right? And I'm like, I didn't know. They were doing it in front of my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we like each other, but this bitch is dumb. Like, you know, she don't know that we like each other. We gonna fuck each other fuck her behind her back. He keeps saying, like, oh, she reminds me of my mom. She reminds me of my mom. And I'm like, so if she reminds you of your mom, why you moving like that to her? Like, you know, you don't read between the lines, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like somebody's like, that's too much, but it's like, it's enough is enough. Because it's like, there's no, like, behaviors, and especially when your mom and your family, like, likes that shit, bro. Like, that's something that's like, alright, like, this is not, like, in the circle. This is not no longer, like, between me and you. This is a generational thing now. You know what I'm saying? This is like racism, right? That's how I take it. It's, or like rape. I'm very extreme because these are little seeds. Like, you don't see it until it happens, you know, till you see the whole thing happen. But you gotta nip that in the bud like a weed. You know, you take that weed out, and then the rest of if you take that weed out right now, there won't be no weeds in the grass. But if you keep letting it wait and see, like, okay, if this is a weed, because this is not growing like the rest of the flowers, you know, like, why is it not growing like the rest of the flowers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I don't know, man. But that whole family thing, I would never forget. The way how she came out the car, and I'm like, yo, like, chick, you my best friend. Like, I need you to stop. Like, you got your own family. I don't even roll that way with your man, bro. I don't roll that way with your best friend. I don't do stuff like that. Even if I'm black, I don't do stuff like that. I'm all about boundaries. You stay in your lane. You're my best friend. You stay like a best friend. You don't need to be his girlfriend. You don't need to be his sometimes girlfriend. You don't need to be her mother-in-law. You don't need to be all that. I'm not like that with your mans. Learn your place. People like, it's not that serious. It's that serious to me. Like, I'm territorial, bro. And I'm territorial for a reason. evidently for some reason, because this is when you're not territorial, or when you just let people just do anything to you, this is the stuff that happens. This is the stuff that when you start telling everything, and I'm not gonna lie, like, when my sisters, they were saying, like, don't tell her everything, don't tell this everything, but I'm like, are you supposed to trust this person? Are you supposed to, like, do this and that and third? Like, you gotta be smart. So evidently that's not the person you should be investing in. They're an asset. Like, my ex-boyfriend was just saying, like, you gotta use people. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. But I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, using people, because that's karma right there. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, honey. But that's just, I feel like that's what's going on here. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like that's a message for you guys, or this is what's about to happen. So take it from my experience, like, and if you listening, like, I hope, like, just, you and your mans, like, that's not my problem. You got justice at the bottom of the deck. That's not my problem. But anyways, but, I'm just like, people just like, well, did they have sex? I'm like, it's not about just having sex. If you flirting hard body in front of my face, or you flirting with other dudes and you got a man and shit like that, I don't do that stuff, bro. Like, you really not understanding me. Like, I don't do that. I don't do stuff like that. Do I look like I want my man is seeing that shit, though? Like, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't like that. Like, come on, could you stop? Like, telling her, like, okay, maybe you should do this with your man, like, this and that stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to see that. That's not how I would, like, I was, like, I don't know. I don't know about my sisters doing that, bro. That's not how I raise myself. That's not how I do it. That's not how I see me getting married. That's not how I roll. I don't do stuff like that, bro. Shit is weird. No. No, bro. Like, what's the whole point of being in a relationship? Like, if you're not happy, why you don't talk? Or if you're not, like, confirmation, why you don't talk? If he's not giving you what you want, then say that. You're not giving me what you want. And then if you don't want to do it, then he don't want to do it. Let him take time. But if you want to be funny, he don't want to ever do it, then, you need to make the necessary steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it is. If you like to have sex, or you like to talk, if you like to go out and eat a lot, you're going to work for that, right? You're going to work for that, right? But, it makes sense to me. You're going to work for that, right? I clean the house, I do this, you're going to work for that. You're going to work to have sex, you're going to work to get extra money, you're going to work to go on dates, you're going to work for that, right? But I understand, like, if you're not working for that and that's happening, then okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. But, like, I don't do that whole little condonement stuff. Like, I don't do that stuff, bro. Like, that's not... I'm pretty sure I told her the truth. I was like, yo, I don't do stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't do stuff like that, bro. Like, chill. And then I was like, why you tickling her? Why you tickling me? He was tickling me. He was tickling her. Like, he was tickling me. And I was like, okay, cool. Then there was this one time when we was like at the park. He was playing with me the whole entire time and ignoring her. And I was like, are you jealous or something like that? Like, I was like, and then I got tight because I was like, you don't ever do this. And I was like, okay, he's listening and stuff like that. But I was like, I don't like it because it feels not natural. Like, I feel like you're just doing that because you're just like, okay, I'm going to make her happy for right now. But then I'm going to go back to my old ways. And I was like, no. When I go to a situation like that, I'm like, yo, like, that's a dub. Like, that's a dub. I'm not doing that shit, bro, no more. Because that shit was crazy. And then the mother, like, the way how, like, you came from my record, I'm like, bitch, you never liked me. I'm sorry, no disrespect. Not saying call her B-I-T-C-H. But it's like, yo, you never liked me, bro. And I feel like I can, bro. Because I'm not going to lie, like, you came from my record, bro. Like, for real. Did you come for that record? Did you come from, did you come for anybody else? And I'm like, honestly, I'm not going to lie. I'm like, if I was white, would you approach the same way that you would approach with me if this white girl was in his life? You know what I'm saying? Would you have? Since you want to come out the car and be like, oh, we're bonding and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could take it upon myself to not look at your color and look at you for your mindset, because that's how I do it. When I'm with white people, when I'm with black people, when I'm whatever, I'm like, I'm just vibing. I don't like your intellect. I don't like how you moving. And then I'd be like, okay, yo, like, I'm not gonna lie, we still have stereotypes. So, like, you don't gotta be like that all the way, but, like, I think you should consider that because this is why people are treating you the way it is. We don't live in a society where you get to just be yourself. We still look at black people, like, and be like, okay, why are you talking so white? Like, you know what I'm saying? And we start stereotyping shit and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and this is why people are like, oh, we can't be ourselves. We gotta, and then there's some cultures that be like, oh, we gotta, like, I swear for the black community, we stay, like, with the hood stuff because it's like, that's what our stuff. That's our stuff. We can differentiate, like, what's ours and what's not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, just be yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's going to shine. Like, that's going to shine. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk like you educate, you talk like if you white, air quote, that's what they say. You know, if you talk if you're white, or if you talk that you like you're Russian, or you from Ukraine or whatever, it's your ancestors, it's your blood system. We all mix and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or is this is that? But like I said, when something's a fact, it's consistent. It's happening every day. Like I talk like this and I talk like that. I've been talking like this ever since I was young. People always say like, oh, you know, you talk like a white girl. I sure do, because that's how I like to talk. That's how I am. I talk like this when I'm serious. That's how I am all the time. You know, even when I'm upset, I still talk like I'm white and stuff like that. White, air quote, right? You know, my ex-boyfriend used to be like, "Oh, you have a white girl, you in a black girl's body, but you in a white girl's soul and stuff like that." I'm like, that's how I am. I guess if you want to name me that, then you guess you can name me that. It's not gonna change, and it never gonna change. Like, so I'm just still getting upset because I'm just like, how dare you? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like, but God, the universe, the tickles give people things for a reason. Like, me and my ex-boyfriend, we didn't have a home, but she had a home with her man. And there's other people who have their own place. They got it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, for me, I just feel like it took so long for me and my man to be in a relationship, to be in a man, to be in a to be in an apartment, because it's like, look at the way how you were rolling, bro, with this chick, with his mother, and also with his domestic violence self. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, I keep hearing like, oh, he wasn't that bad. I'm like, yo, like, honestly, if I was ready to have a child with somebody else and give it up like that, and I've been with you for 5 years and this all happened, like, you know, that's something to it, man. I'm not a goody two shoes. Like, yes, you know, he was teaching me patience, but I am a type of person where you talk to me, I listen. I'll take what you have to say, because I'm not gonna lie to myself, bro. If I smell, I'm gonna take a shower. If my speech is not that good, I'm gonna learn how to speak. Like, you know, Cardi B, she said my English wasn't that good, so I learned how to speak English. I don't want to look like I'm a fool, or I don't want to feel like I'm a fool, and y'all be like, okay, what you looking for? I don't care what you say. I care about how I feel. That's what I feel at the end of the day. Bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I feel about it. If I don't know how to spell and I feel embarrassed, I feel embarrassed. Not because of you making me feel embarrassed. I want to be the best that I can. That's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? And that's how everybody should roll too as well. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's how, you know, maybe you guys want to be doing certain things, okay? Or maybe the cross watchers want to be doing certain things here. So let's get a card for this read. So we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse here. So you guys are not lacking in this relationship here, or this person that you guys are going to be in a relationship with. The Five of Pentacles in reverse, that talks about you guys are getting out of a poverty state, right? There's an energy where it's like, okay, you and this person are around so much conflict, so much, dark energy, where you and this person have found a way to either, you know, bring up like high vibrational energies, okay, to each other's here, or, you know, move or find a place where it's more high vibrational, okay? We do have the Moon in reverse here, and followed by that, we do have the Justice card here, and we have the Empress here. So I definitely see that your person, we have 4 major arcanas back to back here. Okay, so we have the Moon in reverse, the Justice card, we have the Empress in reverse, and then we have the Hangman here. Okay, and we have the 4 Pentacles here. This kind of reminds me of the Moon energy here. So I'm not going to tell you everything, because this is very powerful. This is a very powerful come up. It's almost like, for example, you don't want to tell people that you have a lot of money, or you don't want to tell people that you're famous here, or you're on the verge of being famous here, right? Or you're on the verge of, like, I don't know, like, you know, being pregnant. They say that when you're pregnant, don't tell people that you're pregnant, like, when you first get pregnant, because, you know, there's always that time frame you could lose a child, right? So it's one of these things here. We got to keep this to ourselves. The only people that knows is you and this individual. It's one of those situations, right? So, you guys need to, like, it's not a secret to everybody that you and this person are improving this relationship here, but I think it's a secret when it comes to, like, you know, where you're gonna be. Okay, so example, like, it's like, are you gonna be making $10,000 here? It's like, well, I don't know, but you know that we're in the thousands, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things here. So, I don't know here. Yeah, I just see that you and this person, you guys are making it, for sure. Let's clarify the Five of Pentacles here. You guys are making it here. And I feel like some of you guys are like, well, maybe that's not what she was doing. I'm like, listen, honestly, the fact, if I hear myself, because with my ex-best friend, I kept saying, maybe this, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this. And it's a little too much maybes here. And I'm not getting a lot of answers here, honey. And I'm like, okay, now that I'm not in a situation, I'm not emotional. There are things that's just coming to me. And I'm like, it just makes sense now, but sometimes it doesn't make sense. Maybe they was trying to figure out if they wanted to do that or not, but it's like, bro, I don't care if whether you were trying to figure that out or not. You should not be doing that. If I'm being nice to you and I'm being honest with you and I'm taking to all these places here, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, bro, and you took me to places, I took you to places, you took me to like college trips, I took you to like, you know, a nice place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I took it to multiple places here. You spent the night over. We had a good time, you know, and like you had a good time. And it's like, this is how you. I'm like telling you, like, you wanna play dummy, but like, okay, you know, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, whatever the foundation was, it's like I'm telling you what to do, and you're not. Like, you're like, I'm gonna take it upon myself, and I'm just gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like, not now. Like, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're good. And I'm telling you, like, this is what's going on with my emotional state. This is how I run. You know what I'm saying? This is how, not run, but this is how I am. You know what I'm saying? And I work on myself. My ex-boyfriend, they knew that. He knew that. So I'll get better. And that's why I feel like he be getting tight sometimes. Because he's like, yo, you don't really feel no type of way. You don't feel like, and I'm like, or you don't this and that, da 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 da. Because even when I was talking intellectual, this dude was getting tight. Like, I'm like, that's exactly what I said. And I'm like, oh. And then he'll be like, okay, he'll say it the facts way. And I'm like, okay, I'll say it the way, like, that's common sense. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of like what I said. I was like, oh, didn't I just say that? And then at times, there was a period where he was just like, all right, I'm going to stop talking like this because she right. She right. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, oh. And I was like, okay, I guess. And then he started to listening to me a lot more. He started not being hard-headed a lot. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm right. So we're good. You know, so clarify the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups here. So I see that this is about pregnancy here. You guys are going to get pregnant soon here. Okay, you guys are going to get pregnant here, or this is not a pregnancy thing. You guys are really booming in whatever you guys are doing in this relationship here. You guys are giving up service here. You guys are just doing your thing here in this relationship here. And this person, they see that. They're like, this is why I want to be with you here. Now, I know I said that this is someone who's like, okay, I just wanted you all to myself. I don't want any kids. But in this case, I do see this person like, I want kids. I want kids. I guess they changed it around and like, I want kids now. Okay, I want to have a kid. But if I have a kid, I always say too with this selfish card here, it's not really a bad card, but it's like, I just want you all to myself. Who wouldn't want their person to be all to, like, to be like, oh, I want you to be under me all the time, right? I mean, I was like that, so, you know, but with a little bit of discernment, of course, right? But, yeah, with this card, like, if you guys want to have a child with this person is a person where they're like, okay, I'm gonna leave the child in the room, okay, you could be in the living room here, or I'll have a second child so the kid can have a fun time with the kid, and it could just be me and mommy, or me and daddy, okay, me and daddy and mommy. I mean, mommy and daddy. It could just be, because I wanted to have kids, but I wanted to have kids. That's almost like, it's going to sound mean, but it's like an accessory here. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, if anything was to happen to you, I would want to, like, look to my kids because you are, like, there. That's a way that I can connect with you here, right? Even though it's not you, okay? But at the end of the day, it's like, I just want to be with you, okay? So this could have been a surprise, like, pregnancy here or whatever the situation is, okay? Or you guys could have planned it. That's what I mean when I say whatever the situation is, okay? But I mean, that's pretty much it here. I feel there's also something about like the trash can, the dumpster here, something like that. I don't know. Like maybe you guys started from the bottom, now you're here, okay? Started from the bottom, now the whole team can hear, you know, type of stuff. Because I see something about like a trash can or a dumpster here, okay? Maybe you guys are